One coincidence that I think we should touch on, the exact 50th anniversary of the Apollo moon landing, talking about a show like The Expanse. It's incredible. And speaking about talking about a show like The Expanse, if you want to interact with the show, especially socially, at Expanse on Prime, hashtag The Expanse, there's also a very cool new Terra activation at MLK, Promenade, and First. My name, hello, is Kyle Hill, and I am obviously very excited to be here. Not only do I love this show as just a fan of it, and I love the science inside of it as a science educator on the internet kind of person, I actually have a very personal connection to this particular panel, and it's something that I just wanted to show you really quick before we get everything new and improved out to all you screaming firehawks out there. So, we got some in the crowd, I appreciate it. So before we bring everyone out, I want to show you the exact moment, like the literal second that The Expanse was saved. So the cast and crew of the show were doing a science panel, I was moderating it, at an International Space Developers Conference, and at that conference, Mr. Jeff Bezos was receiving an award. And I remember actually joking with Steven Strait at dinner. We were sitting right in front of his table, and we're like, what if we just like went up to Jeff Bezos and was like, can we like just save the show? And we got a good laugh out of that. But then this happened.
I was telling them that we were working hard at Amazon to save The Expanse, but it wasn't a done deal yet. And during dinner, 10 minutes ago, I just got word that The Expanse is saved.
It was absolutely incredible. I want y'all to notice something very specific. The cast had no idea that was going to happen, and the genuineness of their reactions really speaks to, I think, what we all love about the show, is that we're genuinely excited about it and the characters and the story. So let's get right into it. So this panel is kind of a reunion between the cast and the crew and the fans that made a moment like that very possible. And we are here to give you exactly what you asked for, more of The Expanse, and some stuff that you've never seen before, I promise. And maybe even, like, possibly, when you can see, anyway. But first, the Amazon and The Expanse wanted to show you just how much they care about all of you, because you're integral to this equation. That's a math joke. We wouldn't be here without all of your fuel to keep us flying. So here's a little thank you. This is a fan-made video, edited and made by one of the super fans himself, Ed Axelrod, who is in the audience today. So here's a little thank you from us to y'all. They really are. I was looking before you got out here, and everyone's pretty hot in this room today.
That was so hot.
Yeah. So first, let's introduce everyone. Of course, he is the nerdiest showrunner in Hollywood. I guarantee it. Narain Shankar, everyone. Next, he is your captain, and I hear he has a goatee in the next season. Stephen Strait. Speaking of hot, she gets everyone's engines running, literally and figuratively. Dominique Tipper, everyone. The Rossi would not get very far without this man, your pilot, Cas Anvar. She, next, is probably your favorite actual politician right now. And Shohreh Aghdashloo. Next, she is the toughest Martian on this stage, sorry Cas, and will kick your ass no matter what gravity we're under, Frankie Adams. It's just a true fact. And without this one of these halves of James S.A. Corey, wouldn't have this wonderful universe. Everyone please welcome Ty Frank. Well,
Kyle.
What?
Just everyone's favorite character.
It's because I saved the best for last. Wait, no, I gotta go in for this. I gotta go in. Everyone calls you murder snuggles for some reason. It's Wes Chatham, everyone.
Yay!
You just got lost in your eyes or something. Just got lost in your eyes. Don't know what. Well, everyone, it happened. The Expanse was saved. For any of you here on the panel, what were your reactions when you first found out, like literally when you first found out, that you were going to continue working on the show and that the fans had such a big part of it?
Wow.
Yeah, big question.
Something like, woo! And then I was a bit more like, what the
I went,
real-time reactions, guys.
There's a story that I like to tell that kind of really captures how surreal the moment was. And when we found out, we were at the space conference and Jeff Bezos comes up and makes the announcement. We were going crazy and I was patting this guy on the back and somebody had, strangers and hugging everybody, and I was patting one guy and he gave me this annoying look and I realized it was Buzz Aldrin. Yeah. And he wasn't as happy as we all were.
Let me know when you actually get to the moon, all right?
Yeah.
That's because he had a bear patting him on the back.
It was so surreal. It was the most extraordinary moment I've ever had as an adult, as a professional.
Yeah, and I don't mean to call any of us out, but I remember we took a taxi to the nearest bar.
Together.
We were fogging up the windows of the taxi, just being like, what just happened? It was really, really cool.
It was insane.
Before it actually happened, I was sitting next to Wes, and we were behind Jeff Bezos, and he was going away with the texting, and Wes leans over to me and goes, wouldn't it be funny if he's like, getting ready to save the Expanse? And I said, you fucking dreaming that.
We were joking about that, and then I think someone who worked with him, even before that moment happened, also was like, Jeff's never on his phone that much. And we're like, oh, God. Can't keep doing this to us. It was pretty incredible. Dom, I think it's apparent how much the fans and the Screaming Firehawks out there love the show. But I know that the cast really loves this show too. Do you still practice scenes together every week?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Is it like one big family?
No, it really is. And do you know what? Especially from my point of view, I haven't actually been acting that long. And I feel so blessed that I got to come into a situation with these people. I was so cushioned and supported as a woman and as quite a new actress on a set. And it's changed the whole experience. I mean, I'm so spoiled now. I'm like the little brat. If I ever go into a set, I'm like, what is this? But yeah, we're all spoiled. We love being together, and we're dedicated to bringing you a show that speaks for humanity, that represents you in a way that maybe you don't feel represented. And so we feel a responsibility, and we want it to be awesome. And we like to get together every Sunday and run scenes and go through maybe stuff that isn't working and just hash it out. Thankfully, we have an awesome showrunner and producers and writers and creative team that allow us to be a part of that, because I know not everybody gets that chance on other TV shows. So it's a profound place to work, it's a profound cast, it's a profound production to be a part of.
And I'd like to give the captain a lot of credit for being the house mom of the
Sure is.
the Expanse. And make sure that we all get to rehearsal. And so we rehearse every Sunday.
And then we have
show.
water.
And he brings
snacks.
water and snacks.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mom.
And if you're late, you might get a stern talking to from the captain. So you gotta be on time.
He's the captain for a reason.
You're much less smoldering up here. So, speaking of dedication to the show, going forward, creating new things in a dedicated way that is for all of you. This would not be a Comic-Con panel if we didn't have something brand new to show for all of you. So, here's your first look at season 4. I didn't see that. I didn't know that. I'm just as surprised as you. That looks gorgeous. Is she training because she's never stepped on a planet before? She needed to get her muscles ready?
That's exactly correct.
I love the commitment to the science. Anyway, something also awesome unintentional just happened. When the Rossi landed just then, it was within 10 seconds of the exact second anniversary of the 50th of the Apollo moon landing. When that was really, really cool. Wow, that was so cool. You can't plan that kind of thing. Not like I thought about it. Not like I thought about it or did it intentionally. Narain and Ty, why don't you tell us a little bit about what we just saw?
Yeah, it's the first time the Rossis ever landed on a planet. It was a big deal because we had to sort of redesign the ship. We had to add those landing struts that come down. There were a lot of conversations about how it would land with the main drive beyond. Then we decided that it landing in a pool of molten lava was not a good idea. So we went with the thrusters. And yeah, all the stuff with Dom and showing showing the brutal physical thing that a belter has to go through to prepare their body for that. And Dom was super committed to it, and we got to show a side of belter life that we hadn't seen before.
Yeah, I mean, it's like if you literally weighed twice as much tomorrow and someone just snapped their fingers, that'd be hard to do. Speaking of which, Dom, how do you act like you are stepping on a planet for the first time? I mean, that seems like an otherworldly task.
It was it was quite hard actually. I'm laughing because that particular scene was all green screen. So I was like, well, this is going to be shit. I mean, my imagination can only go so far. No, but I just, in my own imagination, I was like, come on, imagination. But I took a lot of things into consideration, the senses, smell, everything that a belter's physicality, I had to go through up until that point to get there. And Breck, Breck Eisner, our director, he never let me off the hook. He's amazing, and he really helped me massively with that. And the boys were all very supportive as well. So it was a lot. I just imagined what it was like to maybe step out on Earth for the first time and how awe-inspiring it would be and beautiful. And I'm an imagination actress, so that's what I shot for.
Yeah, I love the little detail of getting lost in the horizon.
Yeah.
That was really nice.
Because she's never seen a sky before.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's
yeah,
I saw it as like baby's first steps. That's how that all felt to me, and coming into your senses as a kid.
Yeah, I guess that totally comes through. And Wes and Steve and Cas, basically you didn't have to do anything?
Right. Per usual.
No, I kid. Ty, I think The Expanse is one of the very few shows that actually works with the original writers of the adaptation that's going through, like in the writer's room, actively shaping the show. Some shows, may have had like recent troubles with, like sticking the landing on some thing and showing up at a Comic-Con and talking about it, so... What? I'm not talking about anything, it's an example.
Your hypothetical people are friends of mine, right?
Yeah. How do you and Daniel and Narain work together with the writers to make sure that the show is faithful to what you want it to be, what it could be on a different medium, that kind of thing?
A lot of drinking.
There's punching involved. There's punching and physical violence.
Yeah, Narain and I fight a lot. He's smaller than me, so it's not really fair.
I lose a lot.
But he's scrappy.
He is scrappy. No, I mean, the nice thing is it's a small room. It's not huge, and everybody there is in that room because they were committed to that particular project. So the rule we've always had, and Daniel and I have always had this rule writing the books, and the rule that is true in the room is the best idea wins. The only thing that matters is that the thing is good, that we make a thing that's good. And everybody has that commitment, so you don't get a lot of fighting about, who whose idea should win, you know, people arguing for their version. Everybody's version is the same, it's the best one.
And Ty and Daniel have also been, you know, they've never been precious about things. They're willing to change chronology. We've folded character arcs into different characters. We've moved things around, pulled storylines forward. I think it's a unique part of the adaptation process in this particular case.
Yeah, not being too precious with anything could be really important if you're transporting, you know, like a large series of books to something like television. Right? It makes total sense.
I like the layers of shade, Kyle. They're beautiful. This is called layers of shade.
They love it. Stephen.
Yes.
You're often, and this, not being an actor boy like yourself, one process that is always fascinating. It's okay, we're friends. That is always fascinating to me is trying to get into the mind of someone who has kind of like another mind, kind of like the good and evil, or you know, just having someone speaking to them that no one else can see. How do you get into that kind of headspace, especially knowing, if you've read the books, where perhaps the show is going in this season and beyond?
Sure. Holden is a guy who has a lot on his mind, for sure. And
To put it lightly.
I was an enormous fan of the books even before we started the show, and some of the descriptions of what Holden goes through when he downloads the information from that ancient civilization was some of my favorite parts of the narrative as a whole. So I had, you know, the luxury of, you know, the writers and the source material there to guide me through in a lot of ways. But in terms of visualizing what that would mean, stretching this man's psyche to the breaking point, and what that would do to one's perspective, was a really interesting challenge for me. And I did a couple of different things. I tried to meditate on it and kind of visualize what that would even mean and what that would do to somebody's worldview. And you know, in an ironic way, Holden finds his feet because of it. You know, his perspective opens up, and he's thinking about these larger existential questions, and he becomes more grounded as a leader because he's not really sweating the small stuff anymore.
Sure.
But also with Miller in his head, it becomes normalized after a while. You know, he's talking to this man, or entity, or whatever you'd like to call it, constantly. And when we meet him again, time has gone by, and the relationship has become somewhat normalized, which is hilarious and also profound, you know?
It's great for Naomi, for their relationship.
That's right. Have the third wheel around all the time.
That's in his head.
It's interesting that to be more grounded, you had to find something off in deep space.
That's the irony. I mean, and it was really fun to work into that, and obviously with Tom, who's a wonderful guy and an amazing scene partner and an awesome actor, and you know, collaborating with him on what that relationship would actually be and how it would happen has been one of the great joys of my journey on this show.
Yeah, I love it.
Thank you.
Wes, on a similar note, I need to know, how do you get in the zone when you gotta put your murder face on? What are you specifically visualizing? And don't say it's me forgetting to introduce you. Sorry.
Now, if you forgot to introduce me,
and then
you take away my callback joke. You're at my back. Honestly, I'm probably lost in a daydream in that scene, and they just pick up, and then people just read into
the camera just found you.
I'm probably thinking about lunch or what time we're getting off.
That sounds about right.
Really well known.
Daydreaming.
Yeah. Drifting off.
Like daydreaming, but I was so moaning. That's what it is.
And I now go, Wes! And he goes, oh, I'm sorry. Like,
where was I? They call it Wes's World. Sometimes I visit Wes's World during the set. Maybe they pick it up on camera, and people read into the Myrtle Snuggle thing of it all.
I don't know if that's sweet or just a really good method, or I don't know. I like
He's underselling it a little bit. I've seen him in dailies. It's like there's a little switch that goes on. I'm like, damn, that dude's scary.
Yeah, I was thinking like punching through plywood or something on set. I don't know.
I do. I put a little bandana on. Stephen holds up a little plywood. Punch through it. I'm ready to go now.
Ready to go.
Yeah.
done correctly, there's no defense.
What, YouTube with Chuck Norris?
You're Chuck Norris.
Sorry, Chuck, I
that
didn't.
beer. Cass, you're kind of the resident space nerd in the main cast, I guess I would say. Because we've done this a couple of times now, and you've proven it to me. Can you tell us the story, I really like this one, where you were really wanting to get the science right in a scene that was all you, and you kind of had to improvise when you were so lonesome, shall we say.
So when I was so lonesome, So I'm just to preface this. I'm used to being kind of like the smartest science guy on the show. And when I came until I came to this show. Okay. And now I actually enjoy being like number 4, number 5 because every time I come to set. I wasn't included.
I'm just so smart.
I wasn't included, But having Ty and Narain and Daniel and with all the science above, I learned something every single episode, and I love that. But the one you're referring to is the scene I was doing, I think it was season 2, season 3, where I'm all alone on the ship, and he's been supposedly been drinking a little bit. He's waiting for the guys to come back from the away mission, and it's all 0 G, and he's singing some Hank Williams. And we're getting ready, and I'm worrying about Hank Williams, and I'd lost my voice the night before, and I was like practicing my song, and then we're getting ready, we're shooting, and as we're shooting, I realize I'm about to open a carbonated beverage in space in 0 G, and I'm like thinking, my stupid science person is going, what happens with carbonated gas in a 0 G environment? And I have no idea. My brain didn't work fast enough, so I popped it. And I put my hand on it. Just so we didn't have to deal with it. And then I covered it over and I put it back on again.
It came off as an interesting drinking style. But in reality, it was all for you.
And then later I asked one of our astronaut consultants, Rick, Wes Chatham. Rick always forgets. And I said, what would happen? He goes, well, we did do stuff in space where we dropped an Alka-Seltzer into a bag of water, and he says it just turned into like mousse, like foam. So chances are, you did the right thing, and you just covered it up and we hit it. So that was
Save the movie, guys.
I saved the movie.
And the VFX budget. Which is sometimes more important. Shohreh, something that I think is just that you're mentioning. Wow, you can't buy that. Something that I think is so important and that the fans love about The Expanse is that not only does it show humanity more technologically advanced and humanity more advanced in its, maybe morals per se or its politics. The Expanse is really progressive in its portrayal of diversity, and I want to focus on that for a second. Does working on a show with so many women, so many diverse women as the main cast of characters, do you think that speaks to the appeal and the success of the show? I know it does for me.
Absolutely. I'm a storyteller, and I love to tell the stories that are meaningful, challenging, interesting, stories that tackle most important issues without having to get involved with them, and sending out subliminal messages to everyone, especially the other half. When they see us, they realize that if they did it, if they could do it, we could do it too. All these powerful female roles are suggestive. They're saying that, yes, what you see on the silver screen could be possible in your societies as well. And we encourage young women all around the world to think of a bigger role in their societies, to hold a key position, to be able to change their societies for better. This show is amazing.
Before we get to I didn't mention this at the top, just like Wes, there will be some time for questions and answers, so if you have any, they'll be lining up somewhere, but hold them in your mind for just a second, and we'll get to them as much as we can. Frankie, one last question. The hot seat. Nothing crazy. What some fans may not know, and what some fans I think don't know about many of the cast, is that The Expanse is one of their biggest and most loved roles that they're doing or that they have done. And you're crushing it, by the way, Frankie. I think you told me, maybe I'm wrong, was this your first big acting gig?
No, that's not true. I've been acting for almost 10 years, which is amazing considering I'm 17 years old. But this one is probably the one that's been on the biggest stage, and also one that I've learned like so much. Hey, thanks, dude. Thanks for having me.
Well, that was actually my question. When you eventually and inevitably go on to do more and more things, what's one thing that you think you will bring with you after having worked on The Expanse?
I think having people like Dom and Shohreh here, we really have this beautiful female empowering energy with each other, and we have really great relationships, and it's really taught me a lot about like having a voice and being able to be confident with my opinion and not feeling like taken advantage of. Not that these guys do that, but they really taught me how to be really like confident in who I am and who I am as an actress and as a woman. And it's really great because it's helped me navigate this crazy life that we lead, and I think that that's probably a thing that I'll take with me as I go on.
Fantastic. So now, we have some time to hear from all of you. If there's anyone, I can't see super well, but if there's microphones lined up somewhere, you can say your name, say your question, and we will get to it as best we can. We have about 10 minutes. We won't be able to get to everyone, but we'll do our best. So it looks like the first question is over here.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, what is your name and what is your question?
My name's Allegra, and my question is for Ty. Now that Mr. Bezos has a new love child with Expanse, did he steal your idea and is planning on building Luna on the moon now?
Take credit for it, Ty. Take credit for it.
No, we all stole that from Heinlein, so we're all just stealing from the same people.
That was great. Thank you for your question.
Hey guys, my name's Mauricio.
Hey.
As a minority immigrant myself, and someone who feels it's very important in our society to push for inclusivity, minority rights, progress, I can't thank you guys enough for what you've done with the show. And my question is, what do we need to do to make sure you guys stay on air and we keep seeing these kind of topics on TV? Do I need to open like 10 Amazon Prime accounts? Do I need to like open a Patreon for you guys? Like, I love what you're doing. We need more of this in our society.
You guys have gone above and beyond already, and I think that's probably you're already doing what
Just keep watching it.
Same.
Just keep watching it and tweeting about it.
Sign up for Amazon Prime.
We're launching in 200 countries globally when the show comes out.
If I could just answer quick, I hear what you're saying. You guys have done an amazing job. You guys brought us back, but directly to your question, Brown Brother, if you have to let people know how much and how important it is for you to be seeing yourself on screen. You gotta let people know how important it is. I didn't grow up with anybody like me on screen, ever. Until Lost came on with Naveen Andrews and then Heroes. I never saw anyone like me. I always had to imagine myself as one of these other people who are from different countries. So let people know, make your voice heard.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your question.
Hello.
Hi.
Big fan of the show.
Thank you.
Really?
Yeah. Obviously, the source material has a lot of elements. It's got horror, it's got a lot of violence. Avasarala's colorful language. Has the move to Amazon allowed you all to change any of the creative boundaries and have you gotten to do things that perhaps with other networks you were not able to do?
Yeah.
Hey, what are you talking about, Wesley?
Yeah, is there a specific example you could hint at?
Oh, Wesley.
Are you
Well, let's just say your favorite potty mouth
body
can
parts.
be
Is that what
there.
you're suggesting?
Yeah, if you can give me a...
Left and right, left and Right.
More ass.
So I think that basically answers your question. Yes, there will be more ass on screen.
We know what you're really asking, buddy.
We know what you deem as important.
I'm gonna go ahead and guess right now. It's Stevens. Hello.
My name is Barbara. I love your show.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Barbara.
All of the costuming is amazing, but the things they put on Shohreh are incredible. Do you have any input into your outfit? And do you think
Just a little. Joanne Hansen is such a humble designer, costume designer. She's amazing. She's one of a kind. But she believes in collaboration of artists. So if there's anything that I have in mind, like I'm very peculiar with colors. I would love to use the color, red color in dangerous scenes. So I ask her, can we have a little bit of red and this beautiful royal blue? And she goes, absolutely. They're gonna work really well together. So yes, but it's very little. It's all Joanne Hansen. She's doing an amazing job. Tell you the truth, days that I'm really tired, minus 35, Julie says, it's minus 25, but it feels like minus 35. I'm like, why do you even say 25? Why don't you say it's minus 35? But I wake up and I go to work because I want to wear Joanne Hansen's.
Spoiler alert. Can I tell a quick Shohreh costume story? When I was shooting that fan video, I walked in after one of her fittings and Joanne was there and I saw all these necklaces and all these beautiful dresses and everything, and it was like 15 or 20 different outfits, and I'm like, wow, these are amazing. Is this all her stuff for the season? And Joanne looks at me like I'm crazy. She goes, season? This is one episode.
There's a spoiler alert for season 4. We get to see Avasarala's closet. It nearly broke our visual effects budget.
Damn.
All right, we can't go too long without acknowledging this amazing cosplay.
I love
Costume and prop people. Most of the props on here you can print on Thingiverse that are my design that I put on there. They're for everybody.
Yeah, big unsung heroes on especially sci-fi shows like this is that when it looks great and looks lived in, it's a lot of hard work to make that right.
It is. And there's a lot of great stuff out there. Thank you all, and especially thank you for the behind-the-scenes stuff, Cas. It's awesome. Who screws up the most scenes for all of you by making you laugh and you can't stop? Is it Kara, because she's so different from how she plays?
Kara?
No, it's
Wes
Chatham.
No,
for sure.
it's Wes.
It's gotta be Wes.
Wes Chatham? No, it's
Because everybody
who is cutting up the most, or who is like
Who makes
flubbing the
everybody
most?
else laugh? Who just, you get them and they can't stop?
See, I like that he kind of butted us up with like, hey, thank you, and then who messes up the most?
Who screws up the thing?
Who screws up everybody else?
Well, it's not me.
Well, I won't say who it is, but there's a nice story where Wes and Steven were doing a shot together, and Wes has this thing that when the nights get long, he gets a little punchy, and he likes to try and make the other guy laugh when they're having their close-up.
So you guys, so sometimes you do the main shot, and then you go in for each close-up, and that one, if the close-up's on him, I'm off camera, and when it's on me, he's off camera.
I got the
and it
story
was late into the night, and sometimes I'll try to mess with sorry, I just want to set it up for
you. So Steven knew where to go, and then Wes is having a great time, and he's looking at Steven, they're shooting the shot, and he's making faces and mugging during the scene, and Steven's kind of looking at him, kind of quizzical, and then the scene ends, and Wes is cracking up, and Steven looks at him and goes, Wes, the close-up was on you.
they switched the setup when I was out of the room. I came up and I was messing with Steven. Yeah.
It's very quick karma.
We should find
and
it.
Steven let me do it through the whole thing.
Let him go.
But that's more joking around. He doesn't mess up the most.
No.
Yeah, I don't think
Wonder who that guy is.
No,
we don't have to name
super
names.
prepared group.
We don't have to name names, but if you want to, thank you so much for your questions. We have time for maybe one or two more. Just so if you're
More
waiting.
questions.
More questions.
There's other people doing other.
Oh.
Hello.
Hi. My name's Laura. And I'm super thankful that Jeff Bezos is such a big fan of this show and helped save it. But I have a question for you all. If Jeff Bezos were a character in the series, who do you think he would be?
Who would it be?
Kyle. Hey, I'm down. I'll shave it. I'll play.
Who would he be? Maybe. Oh, Shohreh, do you want him to be? Okay, sorry.
That's
I
Ty.
can say
Ty,
this
that's a
now.
question.
Or maybe.
I'm not answering that question.
You understand this is a
I
dangerous
think we'll
question.
leave it up to your interpretation.
Is there like an emperor of the universe in the future book or something?
A real earther. He's a real
He'll be an earther.
He is a real earther. He'd definitely be an earther.
I'd love for him to be.
He'd be Miller.
Miller!
It's Miller. Miller going once, going twice. We're going with Miller. Sold.
Thank you, Frankie.
Yeah, great. Thank you so much for your question. I think it's got to be a quick one.
Hey, Cas. I'm Jim. I made a suggestion to you last year. Probably don't remember. Did you ever hit Jeff up for free ride on New Shepard?
You better believe it. I did. First actor in space, that's my goal.
That would be absolutely amazing. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to rush everyone along, but we do have one more thing that we want to show everyone. You know, there's one good thing about working with and at Amazon is that they're good at delivering stuff, but they're also good at telling you when you're going to get that stuff. So we have one more reveal for you.